11th century, the mighty battering ram. Buckle up, history buffs. We're traveling back to the 11th century, where the battering ram was the ultimate siege weapon that could make even the sturdiest castle walls tremble. The battering ram was the wrecking ball of medieval warfare. Designed to smash through doors or walls of enemy fortifications, it was a critical tool in any siege. Picture a gigantic, heavy beam with a metal head, often shaped like a ram's head, symbolizing its unstoppable force. These rams were not just hefty logs, they were often suspended by ropes or chains, allowing them to be swung or thrust repeatedly against their target. Think of it as medieval door knocking taken to the extreme. To add to their efficiency, battering rams were typically mounted on wheeled frames, making them easier to maneuver right up to the enemy's front door. They were used alongside other siege engines and tactics, creating a formidable assault that few fortifications could withstand. 12th century, the dominance of the siege tower. Hold on to your helmets, folks! We're diving into the 12th century, where the siege tower reigned supreme as the ultimate medieval weapon, bringing the fight to towering castle walls. The siege tower was an engineering marvel, a massive multi-story structure on wheels. Imagine a towering wooden behemoth, creaking and groaning as it rolled towards enemy fortifications. These towers housed soldiers who could rain down arrows and other projectiles from elevated platforms. With ladders or drawbridges, they provided a direct pathway to the enemy battlements, turning the tide of the siege. Siege towers were the medieval equivalent of modern-day tanks, providing protection and elevation. They played a crucial role in overcoming fortified defenses, allowing attackers to breach walls and swarm into enemy strongholds. 13th century, the reign of the trebuchet. The 13th century catapulted warfare to new heights with the introduction of the trebuchet, the ultimate medieval siege weapon that brought walls crashing down and enemies to their knees. The trebuchet used a counterweight mechanism to hurl projectiles with tremendous force. Picture this: a massive wooden arm swinging down, launching a boulder that smashes through castle walls like a medieval wrecking ball. These machines could launch heavy objects over incredible distances, making them the long-range snipers of their time. From boulders to flaming debris, the trebuchet turned siege warfare into a game of strategic bombardment. The trebuchet was the star player in medieval sieges. It targeted not just walls, but buildings and defenders too, creating chaos and destruction wherever its projectiles landed. 14th century, the reign of the crossbow. The 14th century saw the rise of the crossbow, a medieval game-changer that transformed the battlefield and made archers everywhere rethink their life choices. Unlike the traditional bow, the crossbow had a horizontal design mounted on a sturdy stock. This innovative structure allowed for unmatched power and precision, turning every shot into a deadly projectile. The crossbow didn't just shoot arrows, it launched them with lethal force and pinpoint accuracy. It was like having a sniper rifle in an age of slingshots. This weapon wasn't just for show, it played a crucial role in both battles and sieges, giving soldiers a powerful tool to strike down enemies from a safe distance. Infantrymen and knights alike favored the crossbow for its devastating impact. 15th century, the dominance of the longbow. The 15th century saw the rise of the longbow, a weapon that could turn the tide of battle and strike fear into the hearts of even the most armored knights. The longbow was as tall as its user, allowing for a long draw length that packed a powerful punch. Imagine pulling back a bowstring almost your entire height. Now that's serious firepower. Unlike its shorter counterparts, the longbow could launch arrows over incredible distances with lethal accuracy. This meant archers could rain down death from afar, well out of reach of enemy swords and spears. The longbow's arrows weren't just for show. They could penetrate armor, making knights and their fancy suits of metal feel about as safe as a tin can in a shooting gallery. You're a medieval soldier on the battlefield. You hear a faint whistle in the air, and before you can react, arrows start falling like deadly rain. That's the power of the longbow in action. It wasn't just a weapon, it was a game changer. 16th century, the rise of the arquebus. Get ready to step into the explosive world of the 16th century, where the arquebus reigned supreme and revolutionized warfare. The arquebus, an early firearm, appeared in the 15th century and was used until the 17th century. It featured a long barrel and a matchlock mechanism, making it one of the first firearms to include a trigger. Effective against armor at short range, the arquebus could punch through the defenses that knights had relied on for centuries. While powerful, the arquebus had its drawbacks. It was slow to reload and often inaccurate, requiring skill and patience from its wielder. 17th century, the mighty musket. Step into the battlefield of the 17th century, where the musket dominated and reshaped the art of war. Emerging in the 16th century and evolving from the arquebus, the musket quickly became the go-to weapon for infantry. Imagine a shoulder-fired firearm that packed a punch and could be reloaded in the heat of battle. Muskets were the backbone of massed infantry formations, creating disciplined lines of firepower that could decimate enemy ranks. These firearms were muzzle-loaded and had a smooth bore, making them powerful but not very accurate. Early models used matchlock mechanisms, which evolved into flintlock and later percussion cap systems, improving reliability and ease of use. For the soldiers, the musket was both a trusted companion and a fickle beast. It could misfire, it could be slow to reload, but it was their primary tool of survival. And when it worked wonders. The feeling of firing a musket, knowing it could change the tide of battle, must have been exhilarating and terrifying in equal measure. 19th century, the game-changing Maxim Gun step into the revolutionary world of 19th century warfare, where one invention redefined the battlefield and set the stage for modern combat. The Maxim Gun. The Maxim Gun, invented by Sir Hiram Maxim in the late 19th century, was the first recoil-operated machine gun. Imagine the innovation. This fully automatic weapon used the energy from its own recoil to eject spent cartridges, reload, and fire continuously. With its high rate of fire, the Maxim gun was a true game-changer. It could suppress enemy positions with an efficiency previously unimaginable, transforming the dynamics of warfare. The Maxim gun didn't just fire bullets. It fired fear into the hearts of those on the receiving end. Its ability to deliver a continuous stream of death made it a formidable force, earning its place as the most powerful weapon of the 19th century. 21st century, the terrifying power of nuclear weapons. Prepare yourself for a journey through the most terrifying advancements in warfare, nuclear weapons. These monstrous creations have redefined the concept of destruction and power in the modern era. Nuclear weapons derive their immense destructive force from nuclear reactions, either fission, splitting atomic nuclei, or a combination of fission and fusion, joining atomic nuclei. The result? An explosion so powerful it can decimate entire cities in an instant. The world witnessed the horrific power of nuclear weapons during World War II, with the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. These two events not only ended the war, but also showcased the catastrophic potential of nuclear technology. Nuclear weapons aren't just the most powerful weapons of the 20th and 21st centuries. They are a testament to the extremes of human capability, both for creation and for destruction. Their existence forces us to confront the darkest aspects of our technological advancements and the sobering reality of our place in the universe. In the end, nuclear weapons serve as a stark reminder of the delicate balance we must maintain to ensure a peaceful and sustainable future.